This is Dr. Sonia Stribling, life and business strategist, TV personality, and the CEO and founder of Born to Be Powerful Academy, a woman's gateway to her next level life and business. You know, I wanted to take some time today to have a conversation with you about you get to live the life that you want. You get to decide the life and the lifestyle that you live. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, well, no, I don't, because life is happening, these things are happening, this is happening to me. But I want to let you know today that you get to decide, again, the life and the lifestyle that you have. And I believe, and before I'm going to really share with you about 3 things you have to do to be able to live the life and the lifestyle that you want as a woman. You know, just really having a conversation, that the conversations that I have with myself. I am you. I really am you, because I know all too well what it's like to really want and desire something and not having clear guidance or just a roadmap to where I wanted to go. You see, years ago, and I would say, let's just start when I was 15 years old. I had my first child. I'm just going to pause right there. Think about it sometimes, and I'm like, wow, I was a child having a child. I really don't know how I made it other than my mom. And I'm so grateful, bless her soul, she's no longer with us. And there are times I really want to talk to my mom, but she's not here. But I know she watches me from up above for sure. But I just think back over my life, and I realized that it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. But, you know, quickly, or 2 years later after having my first child, I was raped and left for dead. And I think back over that. Matter of fact, just the other day, and I can talk about it on stage as I travel the world, and I share my message and I share my story. And I see the looks and I see the tears in the eyes of the women that are listening to me. And my heart goes out, because I know most women, or some women, don't get the opportunity to have closure. And I have closure. I even had the opportunity to tell the gentleman who raped me, I forgive you. Now, as I had tears in my eyes in front of him and really feeling like, oh, I want to do something bad to him. But I had to realize that I wanted, and this is like, I had to be 19 or 20 when I was coming home from college, and I saw him. And I was crying, and I said, I gotta let this go. I forgave him, and then I know at that very moment my life shifted. And I can share my story, I can share what happened to me, you know, to whomever was willing to listen, honestly. But I also think back, you know, to joining the military at 22 years old and retiring after 21 years of serving my country. During that time, having 2 more kids and being married for 18 years, and my husband deciding that he didn't want to be married anymore, and having to deal with that and really going through severe depression. Not just because of the divorce, feeling like I was abandoned, but just thinking back over my life. And so I share with you right now, 5 years ago, literally 5 years ago, I sat on my suicide couch and really thinking about taking my life. And it was by the grace, and I will say this, and I don't know who you are in your spiritual belief or what it is that you think about, but it was by the grace of God that I am here, because I decided to believe in something bigger than me. And I knew I needed something or someone in my life. And realizing that believing in a higher power changed the trajectory of my life. And knowing that, okay, I can really do this. I can really be the person that I was meant to be and I was born to be. And this is why I say to you, you get to decide the life and the lifestyle that you live. You do, no one else. And I know many that may be listening to this are thinking that we need confirmation, or we need affirmation, or we need verification from other people to be able to do things. But I want to say to you today, as I had to say to myself years ago, that give yourself permission to be amazing. That would allow you to have the life and the lifestyle that you so desperately want and that you deserve. Give yourself permission to be amazing. Don't wait on anyone else to give that to you. And so, as I said before, I wanted to talk about 3 things that you must do in order to have the life and the lifestyle that you want. Number 1, you have to be decisive and committed to your next level, life or business or whatever it is that you want. You have to be decisive. Let me just start with decisiveness. So this is just one together. I put them together because they are, I would say, a pair, they are a couple, and they are things you have to do. When you say decisive, is committed. So with decisiveness, I realize as women, we are sometimes all over the place. You know what I mean? We'll decide to do something and then we'll change our mind. The wind blows to the left or the wind blows to the right. Oh, I'm not that way today. And I will tell you the turning point for me in my life, and I'll just go back 5 years, the deciding factor, the decision that I made, being decisive and committed to it, decisiveness, I sat on my couch crying. And good thing I didn't have lashes back then, because they would have been all over the place, because I was a hot mess. I sat there thinking, man, who am I supposed to be? I'm retiring from the military. I have kids I have to take care of. At the time, one was in college, one was in middle school, I think, going into high school. And I really didn't want to be here anymore. I was just going through so much. I just said, I can't live like this. If I'm going to live, I can't live like this. And this may be something or a decision that you have to make yourself, and you have to make it right now. Being decisive, what type of life do you want? You cannot sit there and think, well, I'm just going to let life happen to me. No, life happens for you, but in the midst of all of that, you have to decide what it is that you want. I made a decision that I wanted a better life. I wanted to be a better woman. I wanted to be a mentor. I wanted to be a coach. I wanted to be a better mother. I wanted to be a better person, period. I just remember lying on that couch, lying on my back. After waking up from crying, my eyes were so swollen. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, because sometimes I look for her. Where did she go? Where did she go? I had to put her to rest because she wasn't helping the situation. And I'm asking you to put her to rest. It's called the little me. Little me has to be put to rest in order for you to be decisive in making a decision. This is what I want. Now, when you make the decision, you have to do the second part of this. You have to be committed to it. You have to commit to the fact that you want something so bad. And I know for some, but for you, you're going to understand this. You have to be committed to the life and the lifestyle that you want, that you're willing to die for it. I truly believe that's not for everybody. I know, I get it. You're looking at me like, what are you talking about? Die for it? Dr. Saul, I don't know about it. Well, I'm letting you know, I made a decision. And I know I don't speak for everyone, but I want to talk to the future you, not the current you, because the current you may not be in a place where you're willing to be decisive or committed. So let me talk to the future, because the future you understands. As a matter of fact, if you're listening to me right now and you're kind of teary-eyed because you're listening or thinking about the life that you have or the life that you want, I ask you to do this. Commit to your next life. Not trying to figure out how, but think about this. Think about the why you're committing. Think about why you're deciding to do something different. I always say, in order for you to get something that you've never had, you have to do something that you've never done. And today is you being decisive and committed. If you say you're going to do something, do it. And if something changes or what have you, still make it a point to commit and be decisive. I know that is the number one reason why many women don't get to their next level, because they're not decisive and committed. They'll be all excited and they'll do something, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and then all of a sudden, I change my mind. It kind of goes off. You know, I travel the world, honestly speaking, to women. And as I look at the faces and really the body language of the women in the audience, whether it's 50 women or thousands of women, I can always tell the woman that's really at a place where she is about to break down, or just like having the weight of the world on her back. And she is tired. You know, you always hear the cliche, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Well, I'm saying to you today, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, do number one. That one thing you must do, number one, be decisive and committed to your next level. Because if you don't do it, you'll never get there. You have to be decisive and committed. Number two thing I believe you need to do in order for you to live the life and the lifestyle that you deserve. That would be resourceful. One thing I know about us as women, If there's something that we really want, we will move heaven and earth in order to get it. You know I'm talking directly to you. If you want something, you'll make things happen. But if you're not decisive and committed, when it gets to the resourcefulness, you don't want to do it. And as I coach women to their next level of doing things in their life and their business, one thing I know is us being resourceful. We have to be. Because if we are not, nothing changes, nothing moves. There's always going to be a challenge. There's going to be a challenge, especially for us as women, because we have a lot of things on our plate. We're juggling a lot of things. We are the wives to our husbands. We are the mothers to our children. We are the caregivers to our family. We are the leader in our groups. We are everything. So being resourceful because of the challenges as far as time is concerned, the challenges with our energy and being able to do things, and the challenge with money. Let's go with the challenge of our energy. Let me share something with you. Make a decision today about being resourceful, but this is the big part I want to say being resourceful. It is a simple fact of the matter. You cannot continue to give yourself what's left over. You know, we give everything to everybody else. We're taking care of everybody else, and we are last. That's how we are as givers. We are natural born givers. And with that being said, we also get burned out very quickly because we give and we give and we give and we never get replenished. We give and we give, we never get replenished. So it's time for you to put yourself first to make sure your energy is high. You know, you get on an aircraft and they tell you, put your mask on before you try to secure the mask of anyone else and all of that. I'm saying to you, put your mask on. Put your mask on first. You come first. And let me say this, don't feel guilty about coming first. Don't feel guilty. Well, I can't tell you what not to do. I ask that you not feel guilty for putting yourself first. You should do that because you're able at that very moment when you take care of yourself, you're able to give to others. What I know all too well and what we do is we give to others first. And so we have nothing left over and we get the leftovers. No more leftovers. No, you get the cream of the crop. You get the very beginning. And not saying you give everybody else the leftovers, but one thing that I know, that if you would take care of yourself first, that you're able to take care of others. But while you're doing that, no is a full sentence as well. So you can't say yes to everything. So be cautious of your energy. Being resourceful is still in resourcefulness. And then let's talk about, sometimes there's a challenge with money. It is a mandate this year that I share with women and talk about money. It is said that 61% of women would rather talk about their death and their funeral than to talk about money. Resourcefulness is a part of that. If there is something going on in your financial stability and there's a lack of finances, I ask that you take some time to work through that. Go get someone that's going to walk you through how to budget. Oh, that be work. I know I said it. How to come up with a spending plan. How to do something. If you don't know and that's not your expertise and you really hate it, please begin to like it, or please begin to do it. You don't have to like it, you don't have to love it, but do it and do it well. Because it should not be another woman. I would pray that there's not another woman, a single mom, a woman going through divorce, a woman that's living in a household and maybe she's the stay-home mom or what have you, that there's things that you want to do and you do not have to depend on anyone saying yes or no to you, that you're able to be resourceful and be able to take care of things yourself. Now, let's move to number 3. This is you get to decide the life and the lifestyle that you live. Number 3, I'm going to recommend to you that you live full and die empty. You live full and die empty. And what I mean by that is a simple fact. Live your best life. Don't just say it, be about it. Live your best life. It is absolutely time for you to live your best life. You don't have to sit and wait another day, another month, another year, another decade. You get to decide the life and the lifestyle you want, you deserve, and you desire. And that's simply by living full. Be energetic. Have fun. Enjoy life. if you're able and willing to do that and making a decision and being committed to it and being intentional about it, it does happen. It does come to pass. And living full is just living out your life. There's things that you want to do. You want to write a book. You want to mentor. You want to be a speaker. You want to start your business. Whatever it is that you want, begin to do that and do it now. You have no idea if tomorrow is promised to you. And I don't wish that upon anybody. I live every day, not like it's my very last, but like it's my last. And when I leave this earth, I want to know that I did everything that I set out to do, right? At least start the process, follow through with it. Just wanted it to be different. And you know, the reason why I really do this and I'm so adamant about helping women get to their next level, I wanted someone like myself to be in my life then, to kind of share some things with me that mom or grandma or auntie didn't share. I became that woman for everybody else that I did not have. And when I realized what I was doing, because it wasn't a plan, I just said, hey, I give. However you want to use me, use me. That was my desire. Use me. Use me. Not knowing that I could stand in front of thousands of women and share my message and my story. Not knowing that I live a life out, live my life out loud and other women are watching and gives them hope that, hey, maybe I can be a statistic at 15 years old and then start beginning to do the things that I want to do now. Maybe, even though I was raped or molested at a very young age, I can still become the woman that I am now if I let those things go and learn how to forgive and live my best life. Live full and die empty. This is called freedom. I know you want it. I know you want even more of it. You get to decide the life and the lifestyle you live, no one else. You are responsible. And so what I say to you today, to you as I close, you get to live one life. One. We're not cats. We don't have 9 lives. I wish we did. You have one. Live it to the best of your ability. No limits on your life. No negative thoughts about, I can never do this. Nothing. Begin to be decisive and committed. Be resourceful like never before. And live full and die empty. This is Dr. Sonia Strickland. I want to love you to your next level. Oh, by the way, don't forget to go get my free gift at drsoniafreegift.com. drsoniafreegift.com, the 21 highly effective habits of women who are winning in their life and in business. And yeah, I'll see you at the top.